Hello everyone, Trigan here! Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So I'm starting off here in Everett following these trucks because this is an issue we have to deal with now. This street that I couldn't widen because of the train station is a big problem. It's got trams and trucks on it, and it's just getting really backed up. And if I'm going to be using trams or trucks to bring goods from, or I should say machines, from the machines factory to the train station and to the town too, for that matter, that's going to be even more traffic on here. So I think we're going to have to deal with this before I can deal with anything else. And I'm going to have to get all these trains out of the station first. Oh, joy. All right, well, getting the trains out of the station wasn't as big a problem as I thought it was going to be. All right, I'm going to take out all of these tracks now. Oops. Yeah, I know, I just broke things. Hopefully we can actually improve this curve here, too, while we're at it. There. That's all backed up. I am going to delete all of this here, much as I hate to do it. It's a lot of expensive buildings. That I can leave. And the station has to go. Okay. And that has to go. Now we can go ahead and widen these streets. There we go. And we'll just keep everything as is. Widen that. Widen that. There. Now the only thing that's not widened is this. Or is this? Okay, that was a little lag. This isn't widened. I think because of this. I should widen this too. This is going to take a minute here. Actually, I think the easiest thing to remove is going to be the train station again. So let's go ahead and remove this, and this, and this. And then we can widen. Come on, get all of it. There we go. Widen that. There. So that is all widened. I'm just going to cut this back a ways. There. And then we can put a new passenger station in. Passengers. And this was just one, and I think we've been making these... Have we been making these short or long? I don't remember. I did not look to see what that was. Pretty sure we've been making these, yeah, just 160, because we're just running short trains on them. Up there. Okay. Let's put that right there. And then we'll put this right here. Did I just... Tell me I didn't just put catenary on this stupid station, did I? I did. Didn't I? No, no, I don't want to exit. I don't even want that, really. I want this. That was a mess. An expensive mess. Yes, it was. Sorry about that, Growler. That. We'll buff the strength on that up. Smooth this all out. And then we can just run this back in. Okay, now that that is fixed, we can move on to the real problem. And we're going to have to get the flattening tool out. And we are going to flatten all of this. I realize some of it's going to have to be smooth later on. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of that too. Okay, that's good enough. Now Now go back to this. We want freight. And what did we have on here? I think we had 4 platforms, didn't we? And it's 320. And I want large buildings on here. Okay, yeah. I wanted to put this back further so that it's a little easier to get that one curve on here. Let's go right there. So it's not even on that main road anymore. We just need a service road to get to the station itself. Actually, can we just run this all the way down to say here? And then, well, that's good enough. Does it reach? Yes, it does. Thought it should. Okay, that looks good. Everything got reattached to it. Now this, let's cut this back further. Let's see. I really hate this stupid smoke. The smoke and steam make it so hard to see. Yeah, it's not going to improve it a huge amount. All right, get those on. Grab this. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. Let's do it from this side. Okay, so we need to run it to about here somewhere. Just going to put a little piece of track there to tell me how far I need to go. Go. And there, I don't know why that is unhappy, but I'm going to fix it after. Oh, that's a little further than I wanted. Let's try that. That looks better, except for the stupid road is unhappy. You know what? You could just go away temporarily while I get this done. All right, I think that's pretty good. And I don't know what the problem with this one is. Just doesn't like this section of road. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to get rid of it then. And you still don't like it. What is the problem here? There we go. Just did it in sections and that worked out fine. Okay, now you can just get stretched back up to where you're supposed to be. And you can get the same thing. I think this will automatically put electric back on it. No, it won't. Okay. I thought it would match whatever it was connecting to, but apparently not. What's this? Did I have a stop down here? I guess I did. There we go. All right, that's fixed. It probably, actually, yeah, that should have been further up, shouldn't it? There. Okay, all the streets and tracks and all of this have been redone. Now, I think that I don't think doing the roads is going to be a good idea. I mean, we saw already how backed up all of this is. I don't think I want to try to put this on trams or trucks. I mean, it would work, particularly later on in the game when we have semis, you can carry, 30 items in a go. But right now, I don't think this is a good idea. I think what's going to be the easiest is going to be just putting, a simple little short shunting train going between these two. And even if we're crossing tracks, which I don't see the point in putting bridges in or viaducts in for this, because it's not going to be running that often. I think it's going to be easiest just to do this. I don't know what it dislikes here, but it dislikes something about doing that. Let's go right there. Actually, I'm going to cut it back to that crossing and then come across to here. There. And then what we'll do for all of this, I'm not going to change the signals on either of these. Oh, that's what our problem was. I'm going to take these signals out, actually. It'll leave us with a longer segment, but it means that these trains, anything leaving here is going to have priority over the shunter. Anything that gets past these lights is going to have priority over the shunter. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then what we'll do is we'll put that right there. And that right there. So when the shunter gets into this area, it is blocking the other tracks. But until that time, everything else will just go ahead of it and it'll have to wait. So let's go ahead and set up a route for this. Go from there to there. You're going to wait until full. And change this to that. And this will be the Everett Machines Shunter. So we're just bringing stuff from the factory on over. Let's get rid of this. In fact, I had the shed on here that's now gone. Let's get rid of all of this too. And we're going to go ahead and flatten coming off from here. Smooth that edge. And let's go ahead and put, let's see. Let's go off the center here. Bring it back to here. And then we'll put just one of the basic sheds back here. And then this can come off and connect up here somewhere. Let's go the other way. There. This can connect to that. This can connect to this. And then we'll have one come off. Hello? One come off and go over here to this one. There. So that's all of that one covered by that. And, I think we can go ahead and cover this with that too. Originally I was going to use the inner city track, which would have been the more economical way to go, but I figured it was going to be a huge problem, putting all that stuff on there. We will put other things in that track later on, I suppose. All right. Go ahead and get our train. And yes, I did replace all the cars in those other trains that were. And I just put, I know that I just put a bunch of stuff. Actually, we don't need to do that. Let's use the bald one. And let's see here. We are putting machines on it, which should be boxcars. There. Everett machine shunter. Right there. Okay, so that's all set. Okay, this is all running pretty good now, except this is still a major pain, and I just thought of a way to fix it. So, let's go back to the city streets here. Yeah, we got nothing fancy on them. I'm going to run this straight out, say to there. And let's run this straight up to here. And then what we'll do here is we're going to set waypoints there and there. And I guess I'm going to need them on both sides. And there. Let's take our trucks here. So our truck route, he is leaving here. And now we want him to hit this waypoint and this waypoint. So he stays on there the whole way. And then we'll grab our red line. There we go. And what waypoint is this? So he's coming out going this way. Oh, there's that last waypoint. Well, we're going to get rid of that one. Now we're going to put him on this one. This one. There we go. So we've just cleared those trucks off from that. They're just going to be driving right past the train station the whole way. That will help clear up the traffic on this road. They're still going to be going along behind the passenger traffic the rest of the way, but you know, we can fix that too now that I think about it. Stop. Let's bulldoze this. And put it right here instead. Go. And then we will bulldoze this one and put it right here. Oh, were those on both sides? Hang on a sec here. Let's take a look. My yellow. No, yellow is going this way. So he didn't touch those other two, just the red line did. What is the yellow doing anyways? Is the yellow just going to that one? Hang on here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I noticed that. He's only going to this one thing. Let's see. I think we can improve this some more. Let's go ahead and we'll just extend this out and meet it to that. That looks good. That works. Now we'll extend this to the north here. And let's put a delivery spot right here. And I think I'm going to need another waypoint for this guy too, just to make sure he stays where we want him to be. We can probably get rid of one of the ones here. But let's go ahead and grab this. So after that waypoint, you're going to hit this waypoint and this delivery spot. And you know what? We could probably move 6 away a bit. Let's pause this for a sec. let's put this delivery spot down here. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. There. Did that pick that up? Okay, it did. Good. So he's getting a bit more coverage. He's covering all of that and covering all of that. And these guys are covering down here and over here. Oh, wait a minute. Who are you? You are part of the red line. Oops. You know, that's just making them make an extra turn there. I don't think that's a big deal. They're just going to be on that same line with the passengers for just a short time. So they're just, the red line's sharing here and here, and the green or the yellow line's not going to be sharing the same route at all. So that should help that quite a bit. All right, and this is running. So we got 38 sitting there loading up. I didn't figure it would be able to load up right away, but it's going to grow fairly quickly. Hasn't made its first delivery to town yet. But you can see we're already producing max. As soon as these start getting delivered, then that's going to grow. So now I did notice that we have a coal right here. And of course we have our iron mine right up here that we want to connect into all of this too. Let's do the iron mine first. This is going to be the easiest one to do, I believe. Buildings, freight, single track, medium building. It's good. Back to streets, highways. Okay. And bring this down to there. That connects fine. And then all we have to do is figure out where that is. There it is. And then connect it onto here. I'm going to do this to avoid doing a double slip. There. And then this one here, I'm just going to take this out. I'm not going to try to replace it because there's one right there. And I don't care. Screw it. It's going to stay the way it is. I am not going to try to fix that. One way, yes. Right there. And make sure that's a one way. That's a one way. Just to make sure nobody gets any stupid ideas. I think I should probably get rid of... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Get rid of both of those. And, yeah, put this one way right here. There. Okay, that's fine. So, iron. Let's create a route for it. I guess let's put him on 2. Oh, yeah, that's right. It just dawned on me that we'd originally planned to use one of these for the other one. Well, we still can. I could just branch off it. That won't be a problem. I'm going to leave that for a minute. I have a thought. Oh, God, that's the last thing we want is you thinking. What if we did this? Let's take this. And let's put it right over here somewhere. I just need to figure out where I can put it that it's going to actually be at a reasonable height. Let's see. Just want to see if I can get across here okay. Yes. Possibly higher than I wanted even, but it is there. Okay. Let's do this. Take this section out and replace it, but change it to an earth embankment there. Okay. And I don't know why you're like that. Okay. So now, here's what I want to do. I want to bring this down to here. Oh, it doesn't want to be earth there. Okay. It's going to have to be a little bit further, I guess. Now we'll bring it down to here. That's quite a curve, unfortunately, but that's what it's going to be. And then the same thing on the other side. Too much slope. All right, it has to go clear to here, which means these have to get moved. There. That looks good. So you say. So, let's see. I want to take this out, I think. Actually, let's take that out and that out. That I think I can just leave. And we're going to be one way. Yep, there we go. We're going to put it there. We're going to put one way there. And then... Actually, you know what? These, it doesn't matter. This side is not involved in any of this at all. So let's go ahead and take that one out. Those can just go normally. And then we want to put a one-way signal right here. Should not be an issue. Shouldn't be particularly necessary, but it will help us out. Okay, so then what we're going to do is just add this on. So this is going to fill halfway with iron. And then this will fill the rest of the way up with coal. There. And then here, oops, here, we're not loading anything. And let's just make this a muddier color. So this will be the yeah, let's call it Everett. Everett, iron, and coal rate. So it's going to stop at both to pick everything up. Okay. Do I have anybody over here? I don't. But I am going to add one on. This. Oh, God, did I put electric on all of that stuff again? I keep forgetting to take that off. All of this is electric on it. There. All fixed. So we will go here. Yeah, I think we... let's try an Atlantic. We'll see. It doesn't have the pulling... No, it doesn't have the pulling power of the 10-wheeler. We'll use a 10-wheeler on this. And then we need these. That's what we had before, I think. Nope. Idiot. Well, it was half the right button. No, we need to take one. And let's see if these actually show what they're supposed to instead of... There. Instead of just showing empty. If they just show empty, then I'll change these over. But I'm pretty sure we already tried these and they were showing off what we wanted them to show. Alright guys, this is running. In fact, the Machines Factory is already leveled up to level 2 and was on its way to level 3 when I last looked. I thought at first that this was doing the same thing as those other wagons were with the was it steel? Logs? I don't remember what it was. But then I realized it just wasn't filling the gondolas up all the way. It only fills about halfway with iron. And then I realized that makes a lot of sense. Iron is a lot heavier than coal. So if it's filling the cars all the way up with coal, it probably can't fill them up all the way with iron because it would just overload the wagon. But yeah, this is all running. This is its first full load of iron. It's done one load back and forth already, worked fine. But obviously the iron mine hadn't had a chance to get its production on going yet. But yeah, now there's plenty going. I'm probably going to have to put another train on this because it is such a long route. I already had to put another train on the lumber because now the sawmill is needing more to feed the Machines Factory. I did actually redo this bridge that we did here. And I see I still didn't get it quite right, but I realized that we were sloping down going across the river and then having to go back uphill to meet with this track here. So I took it all out and redid it exactly the same, but I kept it level going all the way across the river. And then obviously it's sloping down just a little bit to get onto the main line. But it's all working now. Boy, this is a high bridge. Oh, I forgot to take that little bit out, didn't I? Oh, yeah, and I did fix the road up here. I realized I'd forgotten to fix the through road that's connecting the cities, and I'd forgotten to connect the train station to the coal mine. But that's all fixed. Everything's running. That's going to be it for today, guys. I think we've finished the whole Machines Factory. Everything seems to be running great, so I'm not sure what we're doing next time. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.